Well, hello to all you wisdom walkers out there, and those of you who want to be wisdom walking and will be wisdom walking. This is Jojopah coming to you with the astrology insights for this week. Wow, it has been and is quite a time that we are in. Last time I did this too, I forgot to turn off this banner, so I'm going to do that right now and jump over to the comments. But yeah, it's a time we're in, and I'm wearing black today because it is September 11th, 20 years since that, and all of the tragedy and grief associated with it, not just here in this country, but also in what's called the Middle East. And so, yeah, I'm just doing some honoring of that and feeling that energy. And our astrology for this week is kind of giving a validation of that, let me say, because we've got a couple of, we've got an opposition and a square with a trine thrown in there. So we've got this tight energy that we are moving into, gets a little eased up, and it gets tight again, and then it'll ease up again when we get our full moon in Pisces on the 20th. But without further delay, let me go into sharing with you the information that I have for you tonight. And just before I forget to do this, the information that I'll be sharing is coming from two of my favorite online astrologers. One is astrobutterfly.com, and then the astrologyking.com, who is a really wonderful resource of all the planetary aspects that are out there. And so if Astro Butterfly or some of the other people I look at don't have stuff, I can always go to Astrology King and find out what I need. So now let me share my screen here with you and give you the breakdown and the lowdown on what we've got going on for this week. So let me go into this mode. We have, starting on the 14th, Sun in Virgo opposing Neptune in Pisces. Now, it says that, a Neptune opposition is always kind of confusing. But the question right now is not who am I, but who am I becoming? And I love that. We've had so much change going on. It's so radical. It's so fast. It's like, phew. And so I don't know of a person on the planet right now that should not be asking that question, who am I becoming? So during this planetary aspect, this energetic, the tightness is a confrontational aspect that is going to force us to pay attention to something that we would rather overlook because it feels like hard work. And so to me, this energy is a calling and a reminder to us, to keep wanting to, pull back the covers, really look at the truth of things, because this energy also brings in what Astrology King says, that there is a time when we can be easily deceived. And it says, if it sounds too good to be true, then it is. Learn to say no and walk away. Agree to nothing and do not sign anything. Be wary about starting new relationships, or at least delay any commitments. Most importantly, be clear to yourself and others about your intention. There can be no gray areas, only yes or no. Yeah. So again, let's just stay mindful of that. And, I consider myself to be pretty awake and, to be always doing my work to self-master myself. But I got pulled into a deception online where somebody was telling me that my computer had been cyber attacked, and and I was going down that road of giving away money that I didn't need to have to do. So we can easily be decepted, and I don't care how smart you are, how learned you are, it's just a part of life. But during this aspect on the 14th, just be open to that. Mind, and again, mind what it says. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. Now, on this same day, on the 14th, we also get Mars entering Libra. And this is a time that's really interesting. Again, like I said, what's the going on, the energetics of this week, because it says Mars in Libra is where you may not fight for yourself, but you certainly will fight for others. And it says, ask Gandhi, Mandela, the Dalai Lama, John Lennon. It says they all had Mars in Libra. And so at this time, Mars in Libra is about fighting for an idea, fighting for justice, and fighting for truth. It says Mars in Libra is a great transit to put up the right kind of fight for a cause you believe in, to support someone else, or to fight injustice of any kind. This is also a good aspect to address relationship issues and blockages. Yeah. Mars will give you the drive to do something about it, and Libra will make sure you remain reasonable and objective. Very, very important, because the last thing you want to do is become the energetic of the very thing that was unjust. You don't want to become unjust as you're trying to, create a way for justice to live. So, again, with this deception energy that can be there, or things that you don't want to look at, with the sun opposite Neptune, the Mars enters Libra. Combined with that, yeah, just pay attention. And again, as I always am preaching, choose love over fear. Do unto others as you would have them do to you. And again, don't become the very thing that you're trying to help dismantle or help shift. Now, on the 16th, 2 days later, we're going to get our trine, and this is where our energy is going to be flowing in the planets. It's the sun in Virgo trining Pluto. And it says here that this brings intense and deep experiences. Whatever you're interested in at the moment, you'll be driven to research and investigate the inner workings so that you gain a full understanding of the topic. You will have great power and influence over your own life, allowing for positive transformations. I love hearing that. You can also exert this greater power and influence over the events in your life and over the people around you. And again, always remembering to choose the love over the fear. We don't want to be in control of anybody. We just want to influence, things in a positive, more higher consciousness position and journey. Now, it also says that Pluto rules elimination, because it's the god of death and rebirth. And so, things dying out so they can be reborn. And it says, so you can use this transit to clean away clutter in your environment. And that's material as well as non material. Yeah. Personal or professional problems can also be more easily resolved. Yeah. It's also a time when you can be supported to take on or step up into more leadership within your life, in your career, or within a group. And it's about the ability to make positive changes so that you can feel really, really good about yourself and get supported by others. And then on the 17th, and this next aspect is going to go until the 23rd. And this is a square of Venus with Saturn and Uranus, who are both right now in Aquarius, and Venus will be in Libra at this time. So here's what it says. It says this is a deja vu of the fixed T square that we had in July when Venus was in Leo. And it says, if back in July, Venus in Leo's dramatic displays of emotion aired out the tension, Venus in Scorpio will deal with it, the tension, all by herself. And sometimes we need an implosion like intensity to gain clarity on what really matters and what needs to change. So I think I made a mistake because at this time, Venus won't be in Libra, it will be in Scorpio. So I apologize for that. It should be the Scorpion sign you're seeing there. The other thing about this square is it says this transit can add stress to your love life because of delays, shyness, distance, or other relationship problems. And it says, to be aware of that and not be in reaction, but open up for a way to respond. Now, it also says that during this transit, money can be tight. So you want to avoid a tendency toward wasting money and other resources. Because again, like I said, the square energy is when things really, really can get tight. Um, it also talks about how, again, we can just have this, kind of out of balance feeling. Um, Venus as a goddess of love, but the Saturn Uranus energy in Aquarius is this kind of, the old and the new kind of, fighting it out. Yeah. So it really, this energy from the 17th to the 23rd can really have us, kind of just feeling out of sorts, I'll say, just being out of balance, um, you know, not wanting to maybe tend to some responsibilities that we really do have to tend to. So I'd say that be really aware of where you're at and what's going on for you and communicate that. Like if you did promise to do something, but at this time you're just like, oh man, I can't, I just can't get my head together. Communicate that and let people know. And most people will, because of what they know they may be going through, will be able to say, oh yeah, it's no problem, fine. And if they don't, that has nothing to do with you, that's their issue. But at least communicate about it. Don't try to ignore or think that, well, let me just do it anyway, because then you're really transferring pain. So again, we're opening up this month, I mean this week, with this, kind of it's a little kind of dicey energy, and it kind of will be staying with us for a little bit, but we're going to move through it. We are definitely going to move through this, and it's going to be okay. Um, there's a Facebook user, I don't know your name because now StreamYard is you got to go and connect with it so that they can display your name. But whoever you are, thank you for listening in. I appreciate that. And I hope that, this information is of help to you as we navigate through this week and through this energy. It's it's time to be human. Let me say that. It's time to be human. It's time to be out of balance. It's time to be messy. And do it consciously so that you're not going to be, transferring your pain onto others. So doing consciously means you can tell folks, I need a moment, I need a minute, or I can't do this right now. I'd really like to, but I got to step back. And it's okay. It's okay for us to be human. Yeah, that's one of the things that this new age is really teaching us. We are not, we are not machines. We are human beings. And yeah, we need to take our time. Hey Tracy, how are you? We need to talk, sister girl. We gotta have a little conversation here. Yeah, you're doing so your posts are really, really wonderful. So we need to talk and we'll make that happen soon. So to the rest of you, enjoy the rest of your weekend time. As you know, I will be broadcasting live my podcast tomorrow on Black Hole Radio, also at 5 p.m. Pacific time. I will be getting out the video from the broadcast last week, either tomorrow or definitely by Monday. And then the video that I'll do for Sunday, I'll have out for the week coming up. I'm just trying to stay on good schedule, but I don't know with this squares and opposition coming up, I'm gonna have to slow myself down too. So we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, just know that you don't have to be suffering in all of this craziness. You really can realize that you're not alone, and there's lots of help out there, lots of ways that you can get supported in taking care of yourself and making sure that you're not transferring your pain, but that you're transforming it. Yeah, yeah. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for listening in and watching, and I will talk with you again very soon. Bye bye.